The room was full at AS 220 in Providence on the evening of May 18th, with savvy eaters and local food experts attending the EcoRI News inaugural Happy Hour Speaker Series. Panelists included Ken Ayers, Chief of the Department of Environmental Management's Division of Agriculture, Lisa Raiola, founder of Hope in Maine, Jesse Rye, co-executive director of Farm Fresh Rhode Island, Cassie Tharinger, board member of Urban Greens, and Matt Tracy, a farmer at Red Planet Farm. The event was moderated by EcoRI News editor Frank Carini, and event sponsors included Daniele Incorporated, United Natural Foods, and the Rhode Island Farmers Market Collaborative. Several food vendors donated food to the event, including the Backyard Food Company, Sacred Cow Granola, and The Power of Juice. Carini's first question to the panelists was what defines locally sourced food?
Local food is about the consumer. It's defined by the consumer, where the consumer is, what the consumer wants, and so I think that in some ways puts the consumer at risk because it's so subjective.
At Farm Fresh, we define local as Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut grown. That's the practical definition. The more philosophical definition is that local food is really the value system that underpins a local food system.
The word of the night seemed to be transparency, especially when it comes to labeling food properly.
Nationally, one of the core values is transparency about what you're buying and what is in the store, and co-ops have taken a really impressive kind of leadership role in a lot of labeling practices and in kind of testing out new methods of new systems of rating. Different co-ops have done different things, but I think that just that transparency piece, because the co-op is literally owned by and invested in the people who are shopping there.
We have a farmer advisory council. One of the members of our board of directors is a farmer, and he leads a volunteer network of farmers and Farm Fresh staff that go out and visit farms. The intent of the farm visit isn't to be a policeman. It's to talk to farmers about their growing practices. It's to learn about what they're doing. It's frankly to get some face time and see people. We see people at the market and we see people in our warehouse, but it's really nice to actually get out on the farm.
My colleagues up here have positioned themselves as intermediaries representing a certain set of values that define local for their customers, and they have made a promise, in this case even a regulatory promise, to police that.
The panelists also discussed the importance of preparing Rhode Island's economic infrastructure for the growing needs of local food producers and vendors.
We are going to need another piece of infrastructure because these companies are going to grow out, some of them will grow out of Hope in Maine relatively soon. I would say in the next year to two, we're going to have a lot of companies needing more infrastructure. And we don't actually have that in Rhode Island. What do I do?
The way I feel about it is that in the last decade, I think Rhode Island farmers have been sort of asked to really perform some magic tricks. Like we've had great demand and great interest, but like it's, the conditions on the ground didn't change dramatically for growers.
I think we all need to talk about supporting what's already here. So supporting the businesses that are already here and helping them grow. That magic silver bullet of a company that's going to come in and set up shop and we don't know what they're making inside. That's not the answer. The answer is helping the businesses that are coming from Hope in Maine, starting on their own, starting at other places, helping them grow. And that's really what's going to help also build, I think, Rhode Island's reputation as a food destination.
What I say is, I think that by building a food system here and by creating infrastructure that employs people, so Hope in Maine created 75 jobs in its first year in business, and these aren't good jobs. These aren't people washing dishes. These are people working with food startups. Some of them came from Amos House Culinary Training Program into Hope in Maine and are working there with the entrepreneurs now, are employed by them.
Pearl Masek, EcoRI News.